Hey guys, what are we looking at today? We're looking at my 940 that I call my Franken40. It's a Frankenstein 940 that got put together. It was a gift, originally a gift from a subscriber that now has a new blade, has a new color, all kinds of stuff. But before we get into it too far, turn down the volume because here comes a little bit of music. Hey, past Mike here. Just wanted to throw it out there so that future Mike always forgets. If you haven't checked out the merch store, there's a lot of stuff in there. I got sweatshirts, I got t-shirts, I got coffee cups. There's a link in the description. If you want to support the channel, all the sales go to the merch store and providing the stuff, but then I get a portion of the take of it. So like I said, merch store, sweatshirts, t-shirts, coffee cups, they're all really nice. Now, back to future Mike so he can tell you about a knife. All right guys, so my first trip to Blade Show West, I had a subscriber and follower that brought this to me and said, hey, I've got this. It's been all sharpened down where it was really, really thin. The blade was not in great shape. And so we went over to the Benchmade booth and I asked them if they could put a new blade in it for me. And they did, and they did not charge me anything, surprisingly. Typically you get charged, I think it's like $30 for a new blade. But I still wasn't happy with this knife, so I did some changes. And what we're gonna do is, we're gonna turn this around, we're gonna turn it around. Hopefully you guys don't hear too much noise from that wind. I'm gonna get my microphone on and we're gonna take a good look at it from the top. And we're just gonna talk about some of the things that I did on this knife. So, as I've said before guys, I love the 940. It's one of the Benchmades that I honestly would purchase if it wasn't so pricey. These are about 180 bucks. But the thing is that 180 bucks I don't think is really a fair price for it because there's enough issues with the knife itself. It's aluminum handles. A lot of times there's a lot of centering issues. This one, even though it's well built, this one has got a lot of blade play still in it. Even though it's as tight as I can get it without losing the action. As a matter of fact, my action's not as good as it could be because it's a little bit tight in that pivot. I can flick it with the axis lock. So what have I done? Well, I took it apart and I blasted off all the green hard coat aluminum anodizing that was on it, and I did it with black ceramic. Now, as you can see, the black ceramic doesn't take to aluminum as well as it does to other materials. I also did my pocket clip and then I reassembled it. And originally it did still have an S30V blade in it. Now, there's a guy named Jojo Jeep who is a follower of the channel, and he reached out to me and says, hey, I have an S90V blade. If you would like, I can send it to you and you can put it in. And it also has some upgraded larger thumb studs. So the thumb studs on this are a little bit larger. The blade is now an S90V, and this about is the perfect configuration for me. And the reason I say this, I don't like the S30V. I do like the aluminum handles. I don't like the green aluminum anodizing with the purple backspacer that you get with it. So for me, this now has just about become my perfect version of the 940 because I love the S90V. It holds a really good edge, and I find that it sharpens relatively, compared to what everyone says, I find that it sharpens relatively easily and takes a really keen edge and holds it incredibly long. So let's go ahead and we'll just do some quick measurements on this table here. So this is just shy of 8 inches. So you're looking at just about a 1/16 of an inch shy. So you look at 7 and 15/16 ish by the scale on this mat. So I'm not gonna do a lot of size comparisons. You guys can just look at it. You guys know what the 940 is. Now, why do I like the 940? Well, the fact is this is one of those pocket friendly EDCs. If you look at the size of this, the pattern you get, you have a full-sized EDC knife. We're talking just shy of 8 inches, larger blade. So you got a cutting edge that's just about 3 1/4 on this knife. And it's in a package that doesn't take up so much space in your pocket. So you can actually carry this with other things. Comparatively to the knife I've been carrying a lot lately, which is the
Norseman, you're looking at a much smaller package. I can carry both of these. So like if you're looking for something that's light and easy to carry, you got right here. This is a really, really good knife. Hopefully this microphone is filtering out. Guys, and the static that we were getting on the microphone before, I think a lot of it has to do with my beard was touching it. So we've got the microphone held at a different position. So yeah, like I said, this knife is great. It does have a tendency to be a little bit thick behind the edge because it is a narrower blade, but for the things I've been using it for, that really aggressive about 400 grit edge that I have on this has been great. The axis lock on it is not a bad lock. I do like the axis lock. I had complained about it in the past. I just don't like the Omega springs that are in these axis lock. They have a tendency to go bad. These springs that are in it are going to fail. So, you know, it's just, like I said, this is my perfect version of what I would want in a 940. So let's go ahead and I'll get you some blade stock thickness and we'll look at the thumb studs up close. So let's go ahead. Blade stock thickness on the Benchmade 940 is just pretty much standard. Let's look at it here. I can't remember what it is, and that's why I'm measuring it. So yeah, it's it's 0.11. It's about 0.11. But these thumb studs are 0.23, and I'm trying to remember the other ones were a lot skinnier. So, and the other nice thing about this knife is it is super, super light because it's aluminum handles. So I really like this knife. I'm not a big fan of Benchmade, but this knife I would have to say I could make an exception for because it is just a great all-around knife. And I've always liked this design, and I just never could justify purchasing one at the price. And since this was a gift, and between the two folks that have helped me out with this knife by originally giving me this and then the blade as a gift, I have the perfect 940 in my opinion, and I got it for free. So hang on a second, guys. Let's turn this around and we'll do some final thoughts. So the Benchmade 940, is it perfect? No. Is this one perfect? Probably not. I mean, it has blade play. There's some other things with it. That's one of the things that I get upset with the Benchmade knives is for what you pay. I think that the quality is limited. There's some issues with these knives. There's blade play, there's grind issues and things like that. But overall, for a knife that I really like, and then to be able to get one and then configure it the way I want, that's great. So this just comes out about perfect for me for a 940, as perfect as it would be. The only way it could be better is if a different company made it and did a little bit more justice to the design at a price point that makes sense. $180 for this knife, I still believe, is outside of the realm of what you should be paying, but is it a good knife? Yes. Is it $180 good? Well, you see that I didn't buy one, and I waited until one showed up as a gift to me, and then a blade showed up in the steel I wanted as a gift to the channel. So that should say it all right there. Hopefully this microphone is helping. We're going to start doing a lot more with it. I'm testing it out and seeing what the range is and things like that. But hopefully it helps sound quality and keeps the wind from being a distraction. Guys, I love you all. Take it easy. I'm sorry that the content is sporadic, but like I said in the live feed this morning, it is what it is. We're trying to get things unpacked and moved and done. Neighbor dogs are going crazy, throwing their food dish up in the air. So if you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. If you don't like them, give them a thumbs down, but try to tell me why. If you really like a video, you can drop applause, which is like a tip for a good video. If you really like the channel though, you can join on a monthly subscription. You get exclusive content, exclusive giveaways. This month I'm giving away a FRANKEN40 Prolix, the FRANKEN40 Designs factory built Prolix. So if that's something you're interested in, join the membership down below. You got 2 chances to win this month. There's still shirts that are going away, things on Ember Shirt Co. So guys, that's about it. Follow us stuff in the corners. Be good to each other in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.